on track. So these are the three that we'll talk through this morning, and so let's just dive in and talk about the first one. All right, so the first one, premature escalations. This is really, as I coin it, as early escalations. And to be quite frank, this is really when there is a political nature within your initiative or your program or your project. From our experiences at KW3, from what we found is that premature escalations really happen when people have their own agendas. And they want to be the hero of the situation, they want to be the hero of the project or the program, and they're looking for ways to get in front of senior leadership. So they feel as though they have a seat at the table, and they feel as though they have a net worth that's applicable to this project. So really, it's kind of political, divisive, this type of escalation. And the net impact of this is it really causes additional unnecessary work for the project team because everyone's in reactionary mode and trying to either qualify or disqualify the premature escalation. And then it really diverts attention from the required activities that's required to get the project done and on time. If I had to give some adjectives, particularly for the premature escalations, I would say unexpected, highly political, reactive, a surprise, and the other key term I would use is unvetted. So the real distinction when you think about the accurate escalations, that's when you're in control and you're going through your vetting process. But when this premature escalation comes up, it's unvetted. And that's where it really comes down to the strategies you use to kind of manage that embeddedness, especially when you have to explain or react and provide some type of explanation to the senior leadership team or the C-suite or whoever is managing or overseeing your overall initiative and project. So when we think about some of the key strategies for premature escalations, the very first one is ultimately very, very critical, and it really is providing a consistent status reporting view. And this goes back to the point that you have to stay fact-based. And having this consistent status reporting view from the very start of the project and throughout the project, such that the executives see in their minds and they get used to a certain way of seeing status and understanding how issues come about and how they manage them, and so they can help manage the issues and the risks that come up. So what we've learned through all of our experiences at KW3 from our various projects and clients we've been on is that having that consistent status reporting view was ultimately one of the most important parts in really trying to manage this premature escalations, because it really helped us stay fact-based with the executives rather than he say, she say, and rather than having escalations based on emotion. And in the case study that we'll talk about soon is really one around this premature escalation when the escalations that happened on the project we're with was all based on emotion rather than fact. So leading with a consistent status reporting view will save time, and help you and the team stay grounded, especially as you look to explain and vet where you're at with the leadership team around status. So one of the things I wanted to also share with you is some of the consistent status reporting templates that we have used previously on some of our projects that we'll make available post this call if there's a need. That's really helped us keep the senior leadership team focused and helping to manage any unnecessary escalations that may come up. So if we go to the next slide, the first of the two status reporting views I want to show is this one. It's a high-level program timeline. And we use this on pretty much every initiative that we lead and run and facilitate. And with this one is different. It's a higher level roll-up of what you may see in an Excel or Microsoft project-based plan. And what it does is really hit on the far left side all the various phases of the project. Then across the top is the overall timeline. And what this shows is some of the key milestones that are coming up on the project and or what's been completed and or what's coming up. And one of the other unique things that we've also done with this particular timeline is if you see on the far left-hand side the bullet point items that are highlighted in blue, this helps articulate. We highlighted in blue the different color to articulate when there are changes to scope or time frames based upon the original expected date for these deliverables. So once again, it gives the executives a fact-based view to see how they're tracking, how the initiative is tracking against timelines, and also